Hello guys,
Hello.
welcome to the SNNC and I am the director of the finance team. My name is Shanlin Tong.
And I'm the vice director of the finance team. My name is Katri Hydias.
And today we're going to show you, after you made your purchase, how you're going to do the next steps. And we will do a simple videos for the whole finance workflows.
If you have any questions to us, just send a message in Podio or in our mails.
Thank you. Bye. Cheers.
Bye. So, here I have a receipt that I want reimbursed. Always keep your receipts. It is important that you don't lose them. Here is the report of expense. You need to fill in one of these.
All right. So the most important things is always to have the receipt. Get prepared first, right next to the report of expense. And you start filling this report of expense by first writing your name and then her email. And then let's see how much would you wish to receive. Let's see how much we have bought. 45.4. And then you will fill in which bank. And then also you will write down the clearing number of your bank card. And also the account numbers of your bank account. And in accordance to the decision made by, this purchase is decided by from SNNC. And the cost is for, in this case, I asked Katri to buy for fika, for the meetings, then it will be sammanträde. And the cost shall be charged to. So for the result unit, it's always easy and you always write 56. And for the account number, this is depending on the cost is for. For example, in this case, we decide it's for the coffee meeting. In Swedish, we say sammanträde, and you will go of the accounts for each department. And in this case, we're going to the finance, which is called ICO. And you can see in the categories that we already classified for you, and you can see the sammanträde name and the account number. And then for the project number right here, this is written here. This will be this for every teams. Each team will get their own project numbers. So in this case for finance, it's 722. And since this purchase was bought by Katri, and perhaps she hasn't notified me earlier in advance, and I did not know this, so she will always send it to me in advance for signatures. And always remember to put your receipt next to it when you give it to the head of your department. And after you get the signature from the head of your department, you just need to leave it to the SNNC mailbox. So, in this scenario, what if you don't have the money and you need to buy something? And in this case, then we will need to borrow the money from MF. And this is very simple. You just come to the MF reception and you ask the person to give you the report of collection of cash on hand. Just fill in, for example, we're going to buy a pack of orange. And I know that it would cost 45.4 SEK. And you need to fill in the date. And then the activity, it will be for coffee meetings. And then the responsible for cash, which in this case will be myself, and my civic numbers, and my phone numbers. And then you can decide in this section how you want to get paid. You can either take out it directly by cash, or you can ask them to pay directly to your bank account. And it's very important that you read through the commitments And in this case, it is very important since borrowing the money taking a huge amount of responsibility. Therefore, only the head of each department has the possibilities to borrow the monies. So in this case, I will be having the signature. Since I'm the head of finance, I will be writing again that, and then you will just leave this part to the authorized person, which in this case would be Simon, Veronica, or Shalin, myself. And it's also very important, after you get the authorized person's signature, you always need to either attach your ID cards together with this paper and then leave it to the SNNC mailbox, or you come to the MF by yourself with your ID card and then you ask the reception people to make a photocopy of it and leave it to the SNNC mailbox. So, after I have received my money to my bank account, which took 2 to 3 days, and I'm now able to buy the oranges. I went to the ham shop and it took me only 45 crowns. So you will take your receipt here and you take the expense report for cash on hand. This will be a separate report than the report of expense. Or you can take the Swedish one, which is called handkassa. And you write your name, first and last name of the responsible for cash, and my email address, and my phone number, and the amount according to receipt and according to decision made by SNNC. And the cost shall be charged to the result unit, so it's 56. You can find is 6730 right here for the konto. And also the project numbers will be 722.
So, in order to make an expense request on a computer, you have to go into podio.com and use the workspace. For this, I am using the human resources. You click on your workspace, then you come to the app expense request. It lands you on this page. Here, you click on add expense request. First up, you will write a short description of what you have bought. Next up is the date of expense. This should be the same as the date on the receipt. So let's say you bought it on Friday the 6th. Next up, the longer description is if there is something that we need to know about it that the short description doesn't inform. Next up is the decision from the economy branch. You should always choose pending approval. These other options are for the economy department to decide. Next up, you choose the type. Either it's from your own pocket, loan from MF, or invoice. We have explained to you already how to report all 3 of these. Then you will write down the amount that should correspond the amount on the receipt. Let's say it would be 50 crowns. Next, you will add the persons responsible. You will always add yourself and the head of the department as the responsible persons. And lastly, you will choose a file that is a picture of the receipt or a scanned picture of the receipt or invoice that you have received. Once you have filled in all of this, you will click on Save Expense Request. So, when you finished filling in the expense report, you need to leave it in the SNNC box. So the box is here.